WBA 30, Atlanta's PBS station.
Who is devoting a great deal of effort and resources to protecting Georgia's environment? The same company that helps maintain the environment inside your home. Georgia Power, proud sponsor of programming on Public Broadcasting Atlanta.
Welcome to this edition of In Contact, a news and public affairs presentation of the Atlanta Association of Black Journalists. I'm Angela Robinson. Well, is this a toy? Is it an icon? Am I way too grown to appreciate one of these? Well, the answer to the first two questions is yes. And as for the third, I'm a kid at heart. I love dolls. Over the years, dolls have played a significant role in the culture of black people from before slavery up to modern times. One thing is for certain. African-American dolls are being sought after by parents who want to buy them for their children and people who are serious collectors.
That's the only two you need for right now. Get you some eyes. See in that drawer right here, some 16s, I think. I've been making dolls for over 20 years, and I really never stopped playing with dolls. I've just always really enjoyed dolls and doll making, and I could not find dolls that look like me. So, I don't know, I think when I was about 12 or 13, I had some fabric, and I just started tearing it up and cutting it and sewing by hand, and I made my first rag doll, and I said, boy, this looks okay. Okay, there's, wait, you need 16s.
That's what...
That's I started teaching other people to make dolls, and then I opened my shop in Riverdale in 1993. And I named it Doll Makers Delight because it was just like, it was a place you could just come and kind of escape and just be in, you know, like this magical place. And we started creating dolls together, and we've been doing it. I've been doing it ever since. Yes. A little too, I can tell. It was really hard to find, you know, black porcelain dolls. And a lot of times they were like an ashy tone and stuff. And then the more I learned about the layering and washing of the dolls and stuff, they started to come to life. And then I started experimenting with wigs and eye color, and I could begin to see people that I knew in the dolls. On this doll right here, this here is for somebody, and this was actually her outfit. The lady's outfit was just like this, and it was something that she had kind of outgrown a little, and so we was able to cut up her outfit to get the exact same thing, you know, like she actually wore. It's been a lot of changes I've noticed in doll collecting, especially among African Americans in recent years, because before we collected Barbies and stuff, but the dolls were really white dolls painted black. Now we have dolls that look like us, so it has really spurred that whole, opened up a broad spectrum of doll collecting.
Oh, so what kind of adults are into dolls and what motivates them? We'll meet some very serious collectors. So exciting to have these ladies with us. Tanya Floyd is not only a collector, but a creator. As a doll artist, she literally gives birth to a number of exquisite African-American dolls each year. We are so glad to have you with us, Tanya. Fern Harmon is a former journalist who is now in business for herself and an